The 2025 MotoGP season has just come to an end. So what is there to do left before we head into the season break and testing for the 2026 season? Let's get into it. This is something I've been meaning to do for the last few years with my MotoGP reaction videos, and why not do it today? Why not start on a little tradition to react to our MotoGP predictions that we made at the beginning of the year to see where they actually stood up against the final results of the 2025 season. Let's get into it. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you leave it a like and go down and subscribe if you can, because that would be real nice. Anyway, let's get straight into this video. So, we're doing this in categories like we've done every other year. We're doing biggest good surprise, biggest flop, 3 season predictions, and also we're doing the Teams Championship, the Constructors Championship, and the full 2025 Riders Championship. Alright, so we'll compare these to see how they actually stood up against the final results, and we're going to see where all of these predictions that I make stand up against the real final results, and of course the predictions, the 3 season predictions that I do, we're going to see how they stood up too. Starting off, what is my biggest good surprise for 2025? My prediction is probably one of the most safe ones that I could go with, Fabio Di Giannantonio. Di Gia didn't have as good of a season as I predicted him, I think. I think I predicted him to score maybe a win or a few podiums. He did score a couple podiums, but it wasn't as outstanding of a season as I thought he would have. But personally, I would say, yeah, he could be in the argument for the biggest good surprise. However, I would actually argue that the biggest good surprise, and I don't know if it is much of an argument, would be Alex Marquez. So, with the biggest good surprise, we always need one other category, biggest flop. Who will be the biggest flop in the 2025 season? Well, with recent news, as you may have heard with what's going on with KTM, my prediction for the biggest flop will be Brad Binder. Yeah, Binder's a pretty good bet. I mean, he finished, I think, 11th in the standings, whereas last year he finished top 5. So, yeah, Binder is a pretty good bet, I'd say. Another good argument would possibly be Miguel Oliveira. But yeah, Binder is a pretty safe bet, I'd say. 3 season predictions, let's go. My first season prediction is that Marc Marquez will win the German Grand Prix. Obviously, as we know with the iconic celebration, that did happen. Time for my second season prediction. My second prediction is that Lewis Hamilton will purchase the KTM MotoGP team in 2025. Obviously, this was a rumour that was circling around the paddock for quite a while, pre-season at the beginning of this year. A lot of people did seem to think that Lewis Hamilton would buy the KTM team. However, this did not happen. But someone else in F1 did get their hands on a KTM team, and that was Gunther Steiner, who will be taking over from Hervé Poncharal next season at the Tech 3 KTM team as the team CEO. So yeah, it wasn't right, but someone else in F1 did definitely take the place. So, KTM, they will be staying. Yeah, they will be. My third and final prediction is that Joan Mir will extend his Honda contract into 2026. I think when I made these predictions at first, I didn't know that Mir had a 2-year contract with Honda, but yeah, he'll definitely extend it furthermore after that anyway. Alright, time to get into championship predictions. Before we get started, as we know, there is a new track coming onto the calendar in 2025, and that is the Balaton Park circuit in Hungary, and arguably one of the most dangerous circuits we've ever had on the MotoGP calendar. We're also returning to the Brno circuit, which will be great to see because it hasn't been on the calendar in a very long time. Alright, time to get into championship predictions. Let's go. Starting off with the Teams Championship. In 12th in the Teams Championship, the only team that I can see as a logical answer for who's going there, the LCR Honda Idemitsu team. LCR Honda actually collapsed this season and decided to then turn into just the one LCR Honda team on the team standings. So it wasn't actually separated between LCR Honda Castrol and LCR Idemitsu. In the final standings, LCR Honda ended up finishing in P10, just ahead of Pramac Racing. 11th place in the Teams Championship, I can see Honda Factory Racing. Honda HRC Castrol finished in P8 in the Teams Championship. In 9th, I predict Trackhouse Racing. Trackhouse did finish the season just ahead of Honda Factory Racing in P7. In 8th place, I've decided to go for the Prima Pramac Yamaha team. As I mentioned before, the satellite Yamaha team, the Pramac Racing team, ended up finishing last in the team's championship in 11th. 7th place, it's very close, but I predict that it will be the Monster Energy Yamaha Factory Racing team. There were 8 points in it at the end between Yamaha Factory Racing and Trackhouse Racing, but yeah, Yamaha finished in P6. 6th in the team's championship, I've gone with Tech 3 KTM Racing. Red Bull KTM Tech 3 ended up finishing P9 this season. Good luck to the opposing teams because they're going to be the top satellite team. They weren't. 5th place in the team's championship, I've gone with Grassini Racing. BK8 Grassini Racing finished the year in 2nd overall in the team's standings. 4th place in the team's championship, I've gone for Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Close, but Red Bull KTM Factory Racing finished 4th overall, and I guess this is sort of helped by them having 2 riders and Aprilia only having 1. Acosta will probably still carry. He did. He definitely did. 3rd place, I've decided to go with Aprilia Racing. Aprilia Racing ended up finishing the year in P5, but again, to be fair, they only had 1 rider for most of the season. 2nd in the team's championship as the Pertamina Enduro VR46 racing team. Pertamina Enduro VR46 finished 3rd overall. Your team championship winners. I don't think this is too hard to understand. Ducati Lenovo team. Yeah, what a shocker. Ducati Lenovo did finish 1st in the team's championship by nearly 200 points. So let's smash this out quickly then. 5th place in the constructors is Honda. Not much of a surprise. In 4th, I've gone for Yamaha. In 3rd, I've gone for KTM. 2nd place, I've gone for Aprilia. And your constructors championship winners, shocker, Ducati. Yeah, that was very close. Honda did beat Yamaha in the end of the season though, but apart from that, yeah, pretty much got it right. Now, when doing the comparison between my standings and the real standings, I will not be including the test riders and where they finished. So the only result that I'll be showing in comparison to is the actual riders' standings. So even though Chantra finished 26th in the standings behind a bunch of test riders, I will list him as 22nd. In 22nd in the Riders' Championship, I've gone for Luca Marini. Luca Marini in the real standings finished 13th, 9 places above where I predicted him. In 21st, I've gone for the rookie, the Thai rookie, Somkhiat Chantra. Don't ask me why I predicted Chantra down in 21st and not straight down to the bottom, but yeah, he did finish at the bottom, by quite a margin too. In 20th, I've gone for Joan Mir as the top factory Honda rider. In 19th, I've gone for Johan Zarco. Mir finished in P15 in the standings, 5 places above where I predicted him. And Zarco finished in P12, 7 places above where I predicted him. In 18th place, I've gone for Alex Rins. If I'd gone 1 place lower for Rins, I actually would have gotten it right. He finished 19th in the standings. And not just did he finish 19th, but he was only 4 points behind Vinales at the end of the season. In 17th place, I've gone for Jack Miller. Miller is the first one I got right. He actually did finish exactly P17 in the standings. He was 10 points behind Agura, and he was 7 points ahead of Maverick Vinales. 16th place, I've gone for the Japanese rookie, Agura. I got Agura spot on as well. He also finished in P16. In 15th place, I've gone with Miguel Oliveira. Oliveira was P20 in the final standings, 5 places lower than I predicted him. In 14th, Raul Fernandez. Raul actually had a better season than what I predicted him, 4 places above where I predicted him in P10. In 13th place, I have decided to put the biggest flop, Brad Binder. Binder, on the other hand, finished 1 place behind Fernandez in the standings in P11, 2 places above where I predicted him. I put Maverick Vinales in 12th. Ha, that's his number. That's funny. Okay then, as mentioned before, Vinales did finish P18, meaning he was 6 places lower than I predicted him. To be fair though, he also missed half the season. In 11th place, I put Enea Bastianini. Bastianini was 3 places lower than I predicted him. He finished P14 overall. I think that's probably going to be the closest teammate comparison this season. It was not the closest teammate comparison because the closest teammate comparison was between the VR46 Ducati riders. I'll get to that later. I've put Fermin Aldeguer on the Grassini Ducati in 10th. Aldeguer actually finished 2 places above where I predicted him. I don't think the rookie's going to do any better because he's a rookie, but he's on a Ducati, so top 10 for him. I actually predicted him a lot higher than a lot of people normally did, and I thought that I was bold with that. and he finished higher than that with a race win. In 9th place, Fabio Quartararo. Fabio Quartararo did in fact finish in 9th, so that was a good prediction. And I said it with no hesitation as well. In 8th place, Alex Marquez. As we all know, Alex had a big step up this year, and I thought 8th was a big step up. Alex finished the year runner-up in 2nd place, up 6 places from where I predicted him. In 7th place, I've put Marco Bezzecchi. Bez finished the year in 3rd. He went up 4 places from where I predicted him. Hopefully he has a better season this year than he did last year. Oh, he did. He had a much better season. 3 wins, in fact. I've put Franco Morbidelli in 6th. Morbidelli finished the year in 7th, 1 place lower than I predicted him. In 5th place, I put reigning world champion Jorge Martin. Jorge Martin finished the year 21st. Which, to be fair, he had a lot of injury woes this year, so I don't think I would have been able to actually predict him in the right position unless I had telepathic abilities. In 4th place, I put Fabio Di Giannantonio. Digio finished the year in P6, so 2 places lower from where I predicted him. 3rd place will be Pedro Acosta. Acosta finished the year in P4, only 1 place lower than I predicted him. As well as this, he was the only rider inside the top 5 who didn't score a single win this year. In 2nd place, I have decided to put Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco finished the year in P5. He had a much worse season than what people anticipated. In fact, coming into the flyaways, he was running in a very solid 3rd in the championship. Before he went on to have 5 races in a row without finishing, and 6 races in 7 having not finished at all, with the odd one out being the one where he won both the sprint and the main race. I will be honest, if he does not manage to put it together this year, I will not predict him next time. If there is any shot of him winning the world title, he will do it this season. Hence why I will be saying that the 2025 MotoGP World Champion will be Marc Marquez. Yeah, this was a no-brainer. Marc Marquez was pretty much guaranteed to win the championship right from round 1. But not just did he win the World Championship, he absolutely dominated, winning 15 races in a row at one point. This, of course, included sprints and races. Not just this, but Marc didn't even go on to finish the season. In fact, he was taken out by Bezzecchi in a crash at the Indonesian Grand Prix, but was still able to win the championship the race before that in Motegi, and go on to score the most points in any season in MotoGP history, and win more races than anyone in the sprint era. That is pure dominance. Go subscribe down below because I would like to get out of this 2.2 thousand subscriber dip. We actually did do what Past Me said, and that was to get me out of the 2.2, it was actually 2.1, but 2.2 thousand subscriber dip and drop to 2.0 thousand. I'm losing subscribers quicker than I'm gaining them. So it'd be a huge helping hand if you guys could subscribe. Please, that would be great. I obviously don't get recommended too much, so if you do see this channel, go and subscribe. It'd be really, really helpful. Really helps out small creators, and I'm hoping to become a little bit of a bigger creator. Also, I've left a final look at the standings here as to where the real rider standings were at compared to my standings. This is all real information, and of course, if you guys have any ideas on the type of content that you'd actually like to see on this channel, please let me know down in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, with that, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.